Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how I made this really solid bike repair stand for your mountain bike or road bike, just out of scrap wood such as pallet wood. So for this I used some scrap wood. I've got a piece of 2x4 there and some roughly 2x3s from some pallets, and I've just roughly arranged how I want them to go together. A piece on the top to hold the bike, and then a main 2x4 section and some kind of feet. So the first thing to do was to neaten up this 2x4 and just cut off the rough edges. So here I have a piece of old scaffold board off cut, and that's going to be the top section where there's going to be some hooks that the bike will hook onto. So now I'm just gluing the 2x4 and I'm going to add that top section to it. So I made sure it was nice and central, and then I clamped it up and drilled some pilot holes. And then I added some nice long wood screws to secure it. And I think in total I added 5 screws. So now it was time to work on the base. Luckily these pieces that I had were already cut to the correct length. And for these 2 feet I wanted to cut an angle at the front and back just to make them look a bit neater. I then just gave them a rough sanding off. So now I took it all into the workshop and roughly assembled it. So I wanted the feet to protrude at the front more, because that is where the majority of the weight would be. As the bike wanted to fall over, it would pull forward. So I made some marks, and then I just matched up those marks to the leg on the other side. So then I needed to find the centres to get everything put together. Again, I transferred here the centre points with a speed square, and then I used an engineering square to draw lines on the wood to find the centre, so that I could then line it all up and match it together. And if you'd like to know all the dimensions for this, I'll put them in the description below. So now I'm just gluing it all up, and I'm using those reference points to centralise everything, and a piece of scrap wood just to make everything nice and square. And again, countersinking and using some decking screws here. To add some support, I had a few more of these skid pieces, and I thought I'd add some pieces in between this front and back section here, and glue and screw it all together just to add some extra weight and extra support. So then I screwed them together and I was left with a nice flush end, which would give me more surface area to add these feet onto. So here are the feet, and I'm going to use coach bolts to attach them to the base section. Then I added 2 screws in the centre just for that little bit of extra support. So that was the main structure ready. So now I wanted to add some foam to the top, and for that I've just cut a section of a camping mat that I've got, an old camping mat, and I'm going to attach it with some instant grab adhesive. And the idea of the foam is so that when you put your bike onto the stand, there's no chance of it being damaged, so it just protects the paintwork on the frame. So while that was drying, I just clamped a piece of wood to it to get a nice tight bond. And when it was dry, I then wanted to add the hooks. So I've got these rubberized sort of tool hooks that you'd use in a garage or a shed to hang up tools and hose pipes and things, and I thought they'd be ideal to use for this project, as the rubber coating will protect the frame again, and they're quite strong as well. So I've piloted some holes here, and there's those rubberized hooks. And they'd also add grip as well to keep the bike still. So now all there was left to do was give it a paint, and for that I used an outdoor fence stain, the same colour as my workshop, just because I had some left over. So that was the stand all done. The only thing left to do now is to give it a test. And as you can see, it's nice and secure, no chance of it going anywhere. So now when I have to repair my bike, I've got somewhere to put it so that it doesn't fall over. So if you found this video useful, please leave me a like and also comment, and also consider subscribing as well if you haven't already for more videos. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.